Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Opportunity. Our scientific mission is straightforward. Examine the space around, monitor the surface of, and perhaps lead a team into the anomaly at Sector A98. Tune in to hear John Garlick run the adventure with Jay Duguay, John Kennedy, Justin Wiggy, myself, and a host of special guests joining us at the table. Galactic adventures begin just after this music.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Gaming with Scott. I'm here with Wiggy.
Hi, Grandma.
I'm here with Josh Jackson.
I am surrounded by horrible people.
I am here with I Will Ruin the Animal Kingdom, Jade Duguay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, John.
And I'm here with Storyteller, who's now going to rescue us from the horrible terrors that Jade has brought to the table.
Yeah, we're going to talk about
John
other
Garlic.
stuff. We're going to talk about other
space
stuff
and
now.
Pew-pew.
Talk
and
about other stuff that I can ruin.
There are no horrifying
Space otters.
animal sex facts in space. I say so. In fact, I was going to have animals in the game, but no more animals.
Oh,
Space
No.
bees are monogamous, and they do it missionary positions.
Just-
consensually for regular intervals. That's what happens.
Wait until we see Klingons naked in this game.
No, we won't. No,
How
it's
do
not
you
going to
know?
happen.
I don't know. Take
Not
off Warp's
going to
pants
happen
over
tonight.
there.
I'll guarantee you. I'm scarred enough already.
Yeah.
They have
I don't
two,
even want to be here.
they have two ding.
I got something.
They have two ding clips.
I left something in my car, guys. I need to go check it out with all of my things. I'll be back never.
Aw, call
later.
me maybe.
If I'm not back by then, wait longer.
Right?
Damn it,
At least
Ace.
let me get a head start. I'm with you. Okay.
What are we doing?
Okay, so
Wasps can remember people's
Stop
faces.
it. Stop it.
just no more
That's
weird.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Wasps can remember
You're
your face.
terrifying.
Everyone hates wasps.
Now they know who you
They're
are.
just
I would think
Jerks.
white Anglo-Saxon Protestants would remember faces.
No, not as much as you think.
Yeah, they all look the same.
Exactly.
Truth.
all right.
Let's play.
Space wasps.
Okay.
Space penis.
All right. We're just gonna say we're just gonna talk about snail penises for
Klingons
another
have two
hour.
ding clips.
Okay, can we get on with the game? Can
I'm
we
sorry.
not have...
I'm
Thank you.
Save me,
I'm
people.
sorry.
Yeah.
Help us.
Okay.
Listeners.
All right. Call
So
for
we're going to
help.
suit up.
Suit up.
All right. Yeah, you guys have successfully landed on the crystal landing strip that is green. It's a roughly hexagonal shape that is near the edge of this brightly glowing space station-like structure.
Okay.
This place is enormous. It is easily 100 miles across or more. In the
like-
center of this glowing sphere, about the size of a moon. It's
Do they have an enter sign somewhere?
looking up ahead. As you
Tricorder.
prepare the airlock, you're getting very high energy readings. The extreme heat of the atmosphere. You see that you do notice that the atmosphere is nitrogen and oxygen with traces of argon. If it weren't just this side of the boiling point of water, this would be breathable. Also, the pressure is uncomfortably high for you guys. Not noticeable in the suits, obviously, but
Okay.
if this is made for living things, it is nothing from a Class M planet.
Okay. So tricorder's trying to figure out where to
All right.
go.
Commander to SAS, I recommend we attempt to find a data terminal.
Let's fan out.
All right. You start walking across this green translucent hexagon with the runabout parked in the middle of it.
Is it clear?
It is
Like
sort of
enough to
translucent.
see
Yeah, you can see through it.
how far down. I mean, is it just continuous green? Or can
Below you, you can see that there are other green hexagons,
okay,
maybe
it's-
other landing spots. There is sort of like they're held together by white crystal struts. You know, this is part of a big, obviously artificial structure made of crystal pieces that are attached to each other. There are various walkways or at least solid paths between all of these different spots. Looking ahead, you can see that there are various pathways that connect to your particular landing spot. A total of 3 different long ramps, easily a mile, and swooping up to higher levels of this enormous structure.
So aside from is it just like a clean open plain aside from the ramps, or is there other?
There are a lot of different platforms attached by these ramps,
Okay.
and they slowly pile up on each other to the point where they make almost a spire in the center of this vessel or station. Looking down through the clear green crystal, you can see that there is a similar shape below you.
Can I see if there's anything on top of that one below us?
No, there. Well, yes, you can see. No, there is nothing there.
Okay.
Looking around, you see at the center ramp leading to your landing area, there is sort of a rock formation, it almost looks like. A bunch of clear crystals that are sticking out like spikes from next to the path.
They're clear?
They are clear crystals. They look different from the green crystal that your
Were they there?
panel is.
Have they been there the whole time?
Oh yeah, they've been there the whole time. They're small.
Okay.
They're about 3 feet tall. They look kind of like quartz. They're spiky.
O'Neill?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Will you scan that formation of clear crystals?
Yes. Pull out tricorder, start scanning.
It has electricity running through it.
Electromagnetic currents are moving through that, Commander.
Do our suits just standard spacesuits, or do we have any sort of jumpy, like, can we?
Thrusters?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Jumpy.
You have
I don't know how to go.
Moon
magnetic boots. Whatever is in here, there is artificial gravity.
Yeah, I was going to say, are we on the full sun gravity? I
You are.
think so.
There is 75% Earth normal gravity in here.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, it's safe to walk normally. It's a little pep to your step, but nothing weird. This is much less than it should be, given your proximity to the star.
Okay, that tells me what I need to know.
Yep. But, Commander, there's electricity going through the crystal, though, that you asked me to scan. Can we see the flow of the current, where it's coming from, or where its terminus is?
It is coming from the crystal itself that it's planted on.
Where is it going?
Back
Can't
into
tell.
the
Crystal.
pathway that it comes through.
Okay.
Is it conductive? Like if we touch it, will it?
Possibly.
I'm going to touch it.
Okay.
Let's have it. You're gonna touch it?
Sure.
Okay.
With
your metal
She was
arm.
about to say, let's have an ensign touch it.
Yeah. I was gonna.
Nah, that's fine.
All right. You touch the
I'm
crystal.
gonna touch it.
It with your robot hand.
Oh yeah, he's got robot hands.
There
Your robot
is-
hand falls off.
I have
I'm
like
just
a
kidding.
robot leg and a robot arm.
I know.
What else do you have?
and
robot?
your right arm is
hat.
Yeah, they had to replace most of his
Gloves,
face.
you sicko.
Is his face
Whoa,
robotic
no,
too?
everything but the baby maker. What are you talking about? Anyway.
I think that's what she was looking for. Now she has no interest in you. Moving
Boo.
on.
Yeah, if it. There once was a handsome cyborg
There
named
was
Ace
a man
who
from
wooed
Nantucket.
who wooed women at every base. But once women glanced at his special enhancement, they vanished with nary a trace.
Nice.
You limerick motherfucker.
Spartan Barracks Graffiti. That's from Alpha Centauri.
He said you got a dolphin dong.
I'm gonna.
That's tiny.
Foxtrot, Unicorn, Charlie Kilo. Anyway.
All right. You touch the crystals with your
Softly.
Enhancements.
Your software.
You caress it.
At first.
There's an interruption in the current. It's not a dangerous level of energy, but they sort of glow a slightly different color. They go from white to green.
Is it like one of those like weird balls? With
No,
an extra
this
thing and
is
it
like
was-
Superman's, like the control system on Superman's house.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a look
Wait
at
a
it. Is it anything that we've ever seen before?
It looks like a cluster of.
Or does it look
quartz
like a power
crystals.
converter? Like,
No,
is
I
that
mean
what
it's
it
Wait
like
a
this
second.
is some
like?
kind of. I mean it's
I have geology as a focus.
this is not a natural crystal. It was grown here, but it is. It probably has minerals and things
Is it
that are.
rock candy?
It doesn't taste good.
Taste it, O'Neill.
No,
But anyway, O'Neill touches it. The light changes color.
Does
There-
it stay changed or is it
It stays changed. It goes from white to green.
consistently even after he moves his hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And you see that the pathway that goes up the center, it starts to glow
Okay.
an odd color.
Maybe directional lights. Just saying.
The GM is rolling some dice behind his
Yeah.
screen over here.
Commander, should we follow?
Why not?
Okay.
Stalitz, who is scanning the area,
Yes.
detects motion up ahead.
Something's moving. Stalitz draws a phaser.
Stalitz is talking in the third person now?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
All right.
I have a tricorder and a phaser.
Space bro.
Is it natural?
Commander, we have movement.
Is it living or is it
I'm not reading this thing wrong. It's not us.
It's not a living thing. Or at least if it is, it's
not
very
organic?
It is not organic material, but there is movement ahead.
Other life signs.
no life signs, as you know.
ahead as in above, like up the ramp?
Up the ramp.
Oh, yes. Up
You
the ramp
see-
and to the left.
It is visible now. There is a crystalline object that is approaching you. It looks something like a tumbleweed,
Nice.
or made of long, clear, colorless,
Like filament.
filaments of crystal.
Tendrils.
That each one
Like a jellyfish.
Each one kind of,
No.
each one splits and then splits again.
So it's like woven-esque?
It's kind of like imagine like
It's like cotton candy.
well, like it's like a tree, except branches in all
Gotcha.
directions.
It's like a tree branch.
Spun fiber optics.
Commander, can I attempt to interact with the being?
It is more or less rolling towards you guys. It is about 5 feet across and roughly spherical in its
Is
current
it coming
configuration.
quickly or is it slowly?
It's coming pretty quickly. It's rolling along.
It's rolling down a ramp. I mean,
Yeah, but it seems to be moving deliberately. There is a sound like almost like rain as it taps
Yeah.
its individual little end bits against the crystal that you can hear.
I'm going to
towards you.
slide over and position myself between the tumbleweed and Commander Tassas.
Okay.
So that if it's
Take
playing
out my
bowling
phaser.
pins, it's going to hit me before it hits her.
The ass kissing never ceases.
hey, I got him where he's at.
It's logical.
Or just step off of the path.
All right.
O'Neill,
It is
yes, you may try to communicate with it as it approaches.
Okay.
It approaches you at about running speed, more or less. It rolls down the ramp and then abruptly stops right before it reaches the green platform.
Okay.
It is standing next to the crystal formation that O'Neill touched.
Okay.
And it stands there. Is in position there. You see that it isn't moving when it's stationary. It isn't wiggling its various extremities.
I'm going to touch the crystal again that I originally touched.
Okay.
Anything else happen?
Nothing obvious.
Okay. I'll stick my hand out to the rolling tumbleweed. Just hold it.
Okay.
Just hold its hand a little bit.
I want to hold your hand.
The crystal tumbleweed extends one of its filaments,
Okay.
one of its branches, towards it starts to go towards you and branches into a smaller spike that goes off to the side.
Okay.
That branches again, and a very skinny filament touches the formation of crystals that you touched earlier. It goes back to being white.
Okay. Fair enough.
Don't touch.
It withdraws these filaments back
Okay.
into its tangle,
Yeah.
and you see that the ramp stops glowing. It stands there it continues to stand there.
Who rang my doorbell?
I'll stay to Stiglitz. There's your data point if you want to try to plug in.
I'm going to go up and touch the same same place on the crystal that he touched
Slapped
to
you on
turn
the
green.
hand as you go
Okay.
to do it.
That would be awesome.
All right, the crystal goes from white to green again.
Does the ramp change color?
The ramp starts to glow.
What happens if you touch it again?
Does the tumbleweed move?
The tumbleweed does not visibly react.
Okay.
See if it changes colors.
I'm going to wait a moment and see if the tumbleweed wants to reset the coloring.
Tack, 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 tack. Another tumbleweed is moving down the ramp.
Okay.
The one that was standing next to you sort of goes. There's a shiver of crystals, kind of like jingle of bells on, or a frozen tree swaying in the wind, as it moves to the side, makes room for the other one that shows up.
Okay. I'm going to wait finger poised to see if it's going to extend a tendril to touch to change it back to clear.
Okay, it stands there for a minute. You've got your hand out. After a minute, it extends.
And I'm going to hit it before it does.
Okay. When you touch it, nothing changes in the color. Remember that O'Neill touched it twice, and it didn't change back.
Okay.
You see it touches the crystal formation with one extended filament
Yeah.
that then promptly folds back into its mass.
Everything goes clear.
Everything goes clear again.
Can
Hit
we
the
get
button again.
tricorder readings on the
Okay.
tumbleweeds?
Do you like gumball machines?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Commander, these seem like white blood cells. Just to reset the system. Attack.
Let me use the
These-
tricorder on the little dudes.
These seem like an automated response.
Yeah, like a white blood cell in a
All right.
human body.
They have energy. They are a complex system. It's hard to tell if it's artificial or not. Some kind of. It's hard to tell if they're robots or crew.
I'm gonna touch it.
You're going to reach out and touch the
Little crystal dude.
the crystal dude. Okay. You touch crystal dude number 1 or number 2?
Number 1.
Number 1. Okay. You reach out. The crystals are very sharp, pointy. They don't. It does. It doesn't crack or anything as you touch it.
So it doesn't react to me touching it.
Well, I think he's saying that you don't break off filaments when you like.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh crap!
Right.
But no, it doesn't. It doesn't seem to react particularly when you touch it.
Right. So it doesn't show any signs of life
All right.
because it has no reaction.
After so then you see that it is reaching out, and it touches you.
Never mind.
It sort of pokes you in the.
In the belly button.
We're gonna say old-fashioned hit location, in the left arm, and it doesn't pierce your suit.
Oh, thank goodness.
Okay.
Barely.
Slug bug.
Okay.
But yeah, so the crystal just turned green again when you touched it the third time, and there after a moment or two,
Number 3.
dude number 2 kind of shivers away. There's another crystal tumbleweed that comes down the ramp.
Commander,
Literally
There are now
just
3 of
gonna
them.
stand here and poke this
yeah,
thing.
let's follow the path, Commander.
Yeah, let's head up that way.
Poke.
Okay.
Okay. It pokes you back. A little harder this time.
Poke battle.
So is it
Doesn't quite pierce the suit.
I'm
But
gonna
it's
stop
enough
poking
to,
it.
like-
I'm gonna stop poking
Let's
it.
Yeah.
not poke.
Enough to leave a bruise.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, you're gonna make the Vulcan cry again.
No,
Alrighty.
they're kinky weeds.
Does the energy flowing through the tumbleweeds in any way or pattern mimic the signal that was sent to the ship? Is it all 1s and 0s? Can I
It
trace
is.
it into binary?
It seems that they are communicating by an almost sort of fiber optic kind of deal. There is a great deal of information. As you looking at it, you can see that there are tiny, tiny filaments that are glowing almost like synapses in a brain. These things are transmitting and receiving yoctobytes of data.
Wow.
Massive,
then.
massive amounts of information every moment there, but it's all flowing through the crystal. Some of it is maybe visually transmitted on a microscopic level almost.
The amount of information processing in a single entity, one tumbleweed itself, is staggering. The 3 of these here could more likely than not handle the entire computing power of the opportunity.
Wow.
And this entire structure transmits potentially visually as well. Any of these crystals that are touching the floor, the wall, the pedestal are all transferring an incredible amount of data.
The question is, to where?
To whom?
Yeah. Which leads to whom?
I suggest
Sure.
we follow the ramp up.
You already said go, so.
Yeah, let's follow this ramp.
Okay.
Okay.
Trump.
They let us pass. No.
They do not interfere.
Do they follow us?
2 of them melt into the ground on the green platform, and the third one to show up follows you at about 10 feet.
Hall monitor.
It makes a almost musical tapping noise as its little toe pegs touch the nice, smooth, glassy floor.
Okay. Keep scanning, following the path.
All right. Occasionally you hear sort of ringing sound, almost like somebody running their wet finger over champagne glass.
Nice. Glass harmonica.
And you guys head up in another couple of minutes, tromping up this smooth ramp. You find yourself standing at the edge of another green hexagon. This one slightly smaller than the one you were on before. There are more paths leading off, going to various levels of this thing. But in the center of this particular green hexagon, you see that there is a larger formation of those quartz-like crystals that you saw at the edge of the previous one. This one is glowing green already.
Okay. We'll go examine that face to face.
Okay. It has electricity running through it. It's glowing green. It's in the middle of this, it's roughly 100 feet across, this hexagon. There are various pathways leading up and down. In the distance, you can see that there are other crystal bush bots, like the one that you saw that is following you. You see one that is incredibly large, easily 200 feet tall, that sort of climbs the side of this spire, going from one platform to the next by simply extending its foot.
Jeez.
And there are also smaller ones. You can see on this outcropping of crystal in the center of this one, there are some very teeny tiny bush bots, about hand size, that are crawling along.
Commander, can I poke the big one?
Negative.
Okay.
Maybe we should go to the top of this structure.
Is there any organic material in here? Or is it all crystal, artificial crystal?
The crystal, on further analysis, looks like the crystal does contain carbon. The crystal itself is organic.
Okay. Is that the only organic material, or is there any?
You're not picking up any meat.
Okay.
And everything you're seeing is more or less see-through. You can see below you. There's your runabout standing on its platform. It almost looks like a fly preserved in that got trapped in a Jello mold. The one solid thing here, other than you.
Maybe we should just continue to the top.
Yes, let's do that.
I want to scoop up one of the hand-sized ones.
Okay.
How does it react to being separated from the crystal?
All right. You see that as you separate it from the crystal, you see that it flashes for a second. All of its lights synchronize, and then it extends one spike away from you that wiggles around in the air, and then you see that it points at the crystal formation that it was on. The crystal formation that it was on, you see that there is a little flashing light on the crystal.
Put it back.
And there are the lights inside of the tiny bush bot begin flashing again.
Do the lights in the bush bot synchronize with the lights on where it was on the wall?
Yes.
Do any of the other bush bots seem to react?
They have, if they do react, it hasn't been in an obvious way.
Okay. I'm going to put it back where I picked it up from.
Okay. But yeah, it looked like it was getting information maybe visually, maybe line of sight laser.
But when I put it back, the blinking in both calms down or stops.
It retracts its filament that it extended, and it goes back to how it was before.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, it did react and start getting information in a different way.
Okay.
Adaptability.
I would agree we should see if there's a central processing unit at the top of the spire.
Okay.
Let's move forward.
Or upward.
Upwards, forwards. Who knows?
All right. You as you begin tromping upwards, you ascend to another slightly smaller green platform. This one is connected by to other nearby crystal platforms by no less than 12 different different ramps, 2 on each side. So it's a hexagon. It does not have any control crystals on it.
Is there another level above it?
It looks like there are several different levels all around. Some of them higher, some of them lower.
So since everything
Going
is
into the bulk.
fairly clear, can we see anything solid above us anywhere?
No, everything is more or less just a spiral. Now that you're seeing it from closer to the center, it's more or less a spiral going up of different green hexagons.
All right. So
As far as you can see,
This-
easily 100 miles.
So this thing communicated with us through math. Math is one of the two universal languages. The second being music. So we need to try to be able to communicate with this thing, whether through math or music in some way, shape, or form. Any ideas?
Well, they seem to react to light.
There is a clacking noise as you guys are standing on the edge of this green platform on your pathway, where the dude who was following you moves. He has moved underneath the ramp, has gone under it, is stuck to it somehow. Crawls on the green surface, ascends to the top of the green surface from underneath, and moves in front of you.
Okay.
And you see that it extends another arm. You see that that arm
Crisscrosses?
has various points that are coming off of its end. You see it has 12 points that come off of it. And one of them lights up, the others turn green.
Okay.
One of them is lit up white.
Okay. Touch the white one.
Okay. All right. There is a corresponding pathway on this platform you're on that starts glowing.
Okay. Commander, follow that path.
Yes, Lieutenant.
Okay. Follow that path.
Okay. Mm-hmm. This time the crystal shape begins to lead the way in front of you.
Okay.
And a few minutes later of climbing this, very smooth, kind of slippery path of glass-like material, you come to yet another 100-foot wide green crystal platform with a bunch of control crystals in the middle. The control crystals in the middle are manned by these little hand-sized bushbots. It is almost identical to the one you were on 2 platforms ago.
All right.
Yeah. So on an identical crystal or whatnot.
More or
with,
less.
with all these bush bots or whatever operating or doing something on.
Mm-hmm.
You said 12? How many?
There were, this one has, this particular platform has no less than 17 different paths leading off of it.
Okay. And then the really big bush bot, is it still leading the way or it stops in the middle? Or?
The one that you're with?
Yeah.
It clacks up to this control panel
Okay.
and points to it with an extends a spike.
Okay.
The spike starts glowing.
Okay.
It points towards this control crystal.
Okay. Touch the control crystal.
Okay. The control crystal changes color. Turns into a series of white and green flashes.
Okay.
I'm recording the flashes with the tricorder,
Okay.
trying to look for a pattern.
There's definitely a pattern, but it's hard to decipher with this data set.
Okay.
But Tassas, give me a reason plus science roll.
Just one die.
2 dice,
Two
please.
dice.
Science.
10 and 19, so 1 success.
Okay. All right. You know that one of the things about crystals is that they have the ability to be things like this. This seems almost fractal. It's quite likely that the part is going to be reflected in the whole. There might not be a command center. It might just function as a network.
Should just start corresponding at any point of it because it's all the same.
It's what it's beginning to seem like to you guys.
Okay.
But looking around, you see that there are lots of these little crystalline structures, these crystalline creatures, crawling around on this one. They're almost cute,
So is this like clearly like the central?
or at least a central hub.
So this is a control panel. It's trying to figure
Start
out how to use
stomping
it.
on all of this.
Yeah,
no,
it's like
no, I'm just kidding.
We have a control panel. It's like now we have to stop being stupid and know how to use it. That's
Looking below, you can see. Now you're a good, easily 2,000 feet above where you were before. Your runabout is like a little thumb-sized black rectangle, black trapezoid down below you. And you see that there, looking around, you can see that there are various lights that are flashing around. That wasn't like that before. There are glows. Then you hear more of that sound that you heard before, which is kind of the crystal whistle of somebody rubbing their finger on a glass harmonica.
okay. Tricorders trying to decipher a pattern with the lights or a pattern with the harmonics, which again can be, is a form of music.
Oh yeah. I doubt. I believe that it's my hypothesis is that the sound and light together are going to form a communication pattern. I guess I'm going to go with the hypothesis phase.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
I want to pick up one of the little guys.
Okay. It does the same thing that happened when Stalitz picked up his.
I'm going to push it towards the middle crystal
Okay.
and see if it does anything to that middle crystal.
Okay. It suddenly there is a bright light as it extends 2 prongs towards the center crystal, and one of them begins flashing the same frequency as the metal crystal. The other one is not matching that frequency of flashes. At that point, you feel an intense heat as it pierces your suit.
Okay. Okay.
It begins. Okay.
Damn it.
The suit seals, but your heads-up display begins flashing as it invades the firmware.
That's what I thought. Okay.
And then it begins the same flashing that you see on his visor begins flashing out of the other spike that extruded from the baby,
one he picked up. Yeah.
the baby bush bot that he just picked up.
It seems like the little that these things are kind of like neurons that connect everything together. Like that's what their job is. They're the communicators.
The crystal, basically, it's flashing. It's taking in information down one spike, sending it out with the other.
Okay.
After a minute, give me a roll. This is going to be to prevent your suit from shutting down and killing you.
Blowing up.
Nice.
Yeah, you can get an extra die if you want.
Do you want to save the
anybody
ensign?
can spend the momentum if you want it.
Does he roll the extra die or do I?
He rolls the extra die. He spends the
So
momentum.
2 die?
yeah.
You will roll a total of 3 dice.
Okay.
One of you can assist him somehow if you want to say, "Oh no, quick, plug it into my suit, so I'll die too."
Yeah, why?
Or
Oh
something
yeah,
like that.
you should do that, O'Neill.
You should do that, Ensign. What's your name? Stuglitz. Yes.
Dallas.
Stedman.
Yes. Stedman.
Ensign Stedman.
Martha.
Yes, I'll attempt
Oprah's true
to
love.
assist him
Okay.
externally while pushing the buttons on the chest
Yeah.
of his suit.
There's a splash of green blood as
Turn it
he
off, turn it on.
depressurizes. It's coming out of his nose.
I rolled a 7. That is a success.
Okay.
6, 3, 20.
Oh
Okay.
no.
All right. The 20 is going to give you a complication. However, the 3 successes is going to replenish.
Now you've got preeclampsia.
Preeclampsia.
Well, that's a complication.
It is a complication.
Now you have the diabetes.
You have hot dog. Now you have hot dog fingers. You do replenish.
Oh, hot dog fingers.
You do replenish one momentum.
Does anybody else wait for the hot dog water to cool down and then just chug it?
Oh,
No,
get
that's
here.
horrible.
That causes ants. Ooh.
I'm going to swear an oath of silence
Okay, fair
on
enough.
that.
Hot dog one.
Ew, hot dog water.
Okay. All right. So about that other subject.
Yes, go ahead.
All right. So you successfully stabilize your suit. You reboot it. It seems to have downloaded a great deal of Federation
Oh,
firmware
great.
from it, as well as some lingua code and other things that are built into your universal translator, among other, features of the suit, which are all built in. You are able to successfully reboot the suit, and you are doing okay, but you only have 30 minutes of air left.
Okay. I got 30 minutes of air left. Otherwise, it's all right.
We'll be back. We'll be
I got
back.
to get back in 30 minutes.
We'll be back to
Yeah.
the roundabout.
Or I could go to the roundabout and just bring it up.
You mean the runabout?
Roundabout.
I can go to the runabout and just bring it up here if you want.
You might crash into stuff, which might be bad, but
I trust him.
How is
Okay,
his
at
blood
this-
reacting with the crystalline deck plating?
you see his green. Let's see.
Because I'm
It
tricordering
turns
that
into
too.
steam.
Yeah, it starts. The green blood hits the green deck, as it were, It steams, but doesn't seem to react weirdly.
There's no color change to the deck. There's no.
It doesn't seem to react to the organic material, whatever.
All right, I was going to pick up one of the little brush bots and screw,
Squeegee,
squeegee it out, but I don't think that's going to be.
After a minute, you see a couple of you see one of them rolls off and wipes up the blood.
Oh, okay.
With its
Squeegee.
it deploys a whole bunch of filaments and looks like a little, almost sort of like a
broom?
white
Mop.
mold, almost so many filaments that it looks like a solid thing. Wipes up the green blood, and then rolls away.
They now have your blood.
They do.
I suggest that you not leak again.
It's been sterilized.
Yeah, I don't want to bleed again. So.
No.
So, at that point, you see that there are odd noises coming out of the center crystal. Hear that there are odd noises through your suit's microphones.
Okay. Tricorder.
And after a few attempts, it solidifies into words.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
It says, "Greetings, users.
You should probably respond as you are the commanding officer.
Greetings.
This station has been operating at maximum efficiency for the last 9,99999 error years.
What year was it established?
This,
Bless you.
excuse me. This station was established in time code blue.
Yeah, it could be their own time. We have no idea how that
It
correlates.
has successfully
It was
produced.
worth a try.
It has successfully produced 99999 error suitably cast formations from stellar mass.
Who created this platform?
This platform was created by the Kenka.
The Kinka. Who are the Kinka?
Kenka
Wikipedia, please.
The Kenka are the foremost purveyors of stellar crafted shells. It begins to sort of break down its it is attempting to cycle through the vocabulary that it's learned.
Okay.
The Kenka successfully emplaced this particular station to supply the needs of various various quadrant and spheroid error powers, including military and industrial use.
Okay. So this platform produces these rings. These rings are used for military use and what else?
They are available for post-scarcity rationing according to whichever system of trade or error your society wishes to error.
Where are the Kinka now?
The Kenka have not visited this station for 99999 error years.
Did one of our ships come here within the last 30 days or no?
Accessing the log of intruders. There have been 99999 error logs of intruders. The most recent, sorry, it's not hesitating.
Yeah.
The most recent intruder arrived by provided timescale from suit 004, arrived 40 minutes ago.
What about the previous intruder from that entry?
Previous intruder entered system, probed various wares. Error. Left in haste, unable to make final sale.
What was the course of that intruder?
Heading mark, it
Blah,
rattles
blah,
off some
blah, blah.
numbers, and it's towards nearby binary blue giants,
Gotcha. We are
which you know exactly where that is based on your most recent scan.
yeah. We're from the beta quadrant, are we not? Out of character.
Yeah.
We are merchants from the beta quadrant. We are unfamiliar with your galaxies. Will you share your star chart, your current star charts with us?
Our star charts are last updated 99999 error years
Error.
ago.
Understood.
However, we will provide this information to our valued customers.
What do you have to sell or trade?
We currently have 99999
Rings.
error rings in stock.
And how much do they cost? 9999 error.
The Kenka
Bars of gold plus
Yeah.
platinum.
The Kenka are willing to trade in a variety of formats. You are referred to Kenka Prime for proper negotiations.
May we examine one of your outer rings?
Please, Error, please let us know if any of our customer service agents can be of assistance. But in the meantime, please feel free to move at liberty around this system.
Thank you. We will.
Do you want to ask where the location of that system was?
Kenka
The
Prime?
Kenka Prime?
Yeah. Can you provide us headings to Kenka Prime?
Kenka Prime, heading number.
Error.
Is it
but
is it in the same direction as the Blue Giants?
No, it is in a different direction.
Okay.
However, be advised that that you may need to correct for galactic drift, as it has been 99999 error years since these coordinates were updated.
Understood. Wow. All right. Any other questions?
Yes.
Do you have any? Do you have any other questions to, for this sales unit?
Yes, Ensign?
Yes. Are we currently customers?
It seems to consider for a moment. Error.
We would like to be customers.
That is very nice. Thank you for shopping. Error.
Error.
Thank you for shopping at Shop Mart.
I think we should take our leave.
Please negotiate with our sales associates on Kenka Prime.
Do you have a sales associate on this station or on this structure?
Negative. This is an autonomous unit.
Are
And
there
it has not been socialized appropriately for
9999 error.
has not been socialized appropriately for mercantile endeavors.
Do you have a communication link to the What was it? Keka Prime? I keep forgetting the name.
We, yes, we have both sublight and error communications with Kenka Prime. However, we have not had a response to communications for the last 9,99999 error years.
Okay.
All right, I got like 10 minutes.
We should probably head back to the shuttle.
Let's go.
All right.
Thank you. Come again.
Thank you. Come again.
Do we wish to go back down the ramps, or do we want a more direct route?
The ramps should be all right, unless you don't think you...
You'd have to book it, but you could probably get there.
Can we share some of our oxygen with him?
Well, I mean, really, it's his power that's running out in 30 minutes. So you could like put an umbilicus to him. Yeah. However, it will be a check.
Okay.
I was
I've
thinking
got-
we just
I've got
burn a
my-
couple
I've got my
strategic holes and
engineering.
let gravity do its work.
Okay.
Let's
All
just
right,
move very quickly.
Yeah. Well,
Jump off the
fine.
side. Whee!
All right,
The
so
labyrinth.
at this point,
damn it, Wiggy.
At this point, one of the bush bots goes, and you hear the voice again says, "One of our customers is in distress. Please return him to his vehicle." At this point, you are physically picked up by bush bot, the big bush bot that was with you. It kind of folds around you, and then
Like a cush ball.
rolls
It rolls
at
me down.
about 100 miles an hour.
Oh, God.
With you in the middle of it, back to and in a good after about a minute or so, you are deposited rather unceremoniously next. Actually, no, quite gently. Suddenly, you come to a jerk stop,
Stuck in the middle
and
with you.
you are gently lifted out by a million tiny, really sharp fingers,
Okay.
and you are at the entrance to the runabout.
All right, I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna wave at it, and then I'm gonna.
It says, "Thank you for shopping with the Kenka."
And then I'm gonna get in and see if I can just beam them into the.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Just beam you guys in.
Okay.
Okay.
That way you don't have to walk.
Thank you.
So, Commander,
Yes, Ensign.
my guess is that if they were able to download our language, they may have downloaded everything else that this suit may have, any information that may have been in this suit, including what's possibly classified Starfleet information.
There's nothing particularly valuable beyond, like,
Wikipedia.
I mean, they would have your specifications for being a humanoid,
Being a Vulcan?
as well as, like, a Vulcanoid, as well as your preferred life support specs.
All right, well.
Also, basics of computer codes, stuff like
They
that.
know that you as a Vulcan prefer tidy whities. They
Right.
know.
Whoa.
I guess that can't be bad.
Sure they can.
So,
Well, we're currently their customers, so I'm curious what deems somebody an intruder.
That's a good question.
Good question. We
But
didn't
they
ask.
also
Potentially any visitors that are not customers.
Also, you were told that the Fahrenheit left in a hurry.
Yep.
Did they steal?
and they were intruders.
And we are intruders as well. They said you will be customers if you talk to one of the reps on
Right.
Kinka Prime.
So everybody's an intruder until they buy something.
So we should probably go and get back to the ship.
Okay.
but we know they're heading.
Yes.
Well, that was one of the reasons why I wanted to specify with the computer that we wish to be customers.
Yes, and it
Preferential
said you
treatment.
were welcome to shop around the system.
And go to Kinka Prime.
Yay.
Does Kinka Prime have free 2-day shipping?
I hope Kinka Prime does.
Yeah, but it costs 9,99999 error.
All right. So you do see that there has been an enormous data file that has been uploaded to the runabout system. It is. It appears to be a star chart.
Oh, the super old star chart.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
not accurate at all.
Well,
Which
I'll
is just
tell
like
you
ours.
what. I'm on a runabout with y'all, and if you're straight at Kink is making copies, you're not on the boat.
Get out of
That's
here.
all I'm saying.
All right.
Don't you ever forget.
And that'll do us for tonight on Gaming with Scott.
set course for
The opportunity.
the opportunity.
Roundabout and
Not about.
All right, and you guys
Get us outta
successfully
here.
return to
The opportunity.
the opportunity with
Hooray!
information from this.
Alrighty, and that'll do us tonight. We thank you for listening, and as always, you'll hear from us real soon.
Bye.
Ciao, ragazzi.
That'll do us tonight for Star Trek Adventures. You can send us an email at feedback@gamingwithscott.com. John Garlick is at JPMGarlic. Jay Duguay is at @1_nerdy_mama. John Kennedy is at JKMyth. And me, Scott T, is at GamingWScott. This is a Southgate Media podcast. As you boldly go through your life, remember to make the galaxy a better place than it was yesterday. And as always, you'll hear from us real soon. Bye.